Hey guys, this is Golden IDS and welcome to the next episode of Toy Story 2. In the last episode, we did a lot of stuff, mainly construction yard. It takes a while, that level. It's always a bit finicky, especially when you fall off it numerous times like I did. About 50 coins. There's no real reason to ever get more than 50 coins. I think with most levels you kind of naturally go over them without going out of your way, but there we go. So for those of you with long-time denizens of this of my channel will know that alleys and fecking gullies. And that's the reaction I never give to alleys and gullies, because my god is it annoying. Alleys and gullies is another climbing based level, much like construction yard. You know, you get to climb all the way to the top and then you get to fall all the way down, and it's a lot harder because there are zip lines with electricity on it. However, when you first enter there, there's nothing you really can do apart from one token, which you need to obviously unlock the next level. What you want to do is follow the stream. Now, not this way, that was bad of me, I went the wrong way. You want to follow the stream in the sort of reverse. I swear the stream actually sped you up or slowed you down, but it must be all relativism bullshit, because I don't think it does. I think it's, it feels like it does, but I don't know. Obviously then there was no visible difference. But there we go, and there's T-Rex. I haven't actually spoken to Rex yet in this entire game, and I don't plan to. I might do it just once, just to be kind to him. But the hints he gives me will probably be, relatively straightforward. I don't know why you couldn't have just pushed the box through that little stream of water, but and how the water's actually going through the wooden plank. But let's not question such things. This is actually quite rainy. Those water droplets are pretty huge. I mean, even for regular style rain. I'm not sure if it's actually a 2D thing or is actually rendered in 3D, because usually with rain you tend to have I don't know, kind of effects where it lands, and I know you tend to put, like, a lot of games have it like as a sheet in front of the screen, but no. So one of the big reasons why this level can be a bit annoying is this massive water bit. It's not too hard to jump across, but if you don't get your timing right, obviously like any jump in any game ever, it can be annoying, and the fact that Buzz moves so slowly through water is a lot of fun. So what you want to do is really wait for something that's quite close to you, and that guy just plows straight through it, which is always good. But remember that when you jump, they're moving forward, so if you can't make the jump, you probably can if you think about it. So, this one where you have to get all the bones, you basically have to do forward jump and then turn around in midair and jump backwards. You can turn around in midair quite easily, and then the backwards jump kind of gives you enough air. Rule of thumb is always try to land back. Like, never go out of your way, and yeah, basically don't try to get them if you don't think you can make it back, because if you fall down, you're not going to be able to get back up in time and you're going to lose it anyway. And you can always take another jump at it later on. So yeah, that's exit the level, and that's all you can get in alleys and gullies for the first visit. And so we don't need to bother, thank goodness. You can't get Ham, you can't get enough coins to get to Ham. You can get the question mark though. However, we're going to be going there to get the ducklets and to speak to Ham later on, so it'd be a waste of time going all the way there now and doing some stuff around there when we could be using that. We could be getting the ducklets and Ham later on. It just doesn't make much sense. So Slime Time. Way back in the day, this was one of the bosses that I found it very difficult to defeat, and I know a lot of people did. My friend of the time, I think I had a few friends who had this game, and they all found it very difficult to defeat him. I think one of the things about this boss is it was very difficult because people didn't. I do like it when it says that. Just because you don't really know how that you're. I love the line as well. You sad, strange little man. It's because necessarily you don't know what you're doing is causing damage. If you don't rapid fire on him, it can be quite devastating. But obviously now I found out that pretty much you can just stand there and spin away. If you move too close to him or too far away, he will jump over the top of you, and that can be a pain in the arse. So especially if you get hit as well. So you just want to stay where you are and get the time right to bounce them back. It's pretty much like, your average Zelda boss, your average Ganon Zelda boss. Just spin it back. The sort of spiky gunge, if you spin it back, does actually hurt him, so it's worth doing.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Such a good line. I love that line so much. But yeah, it's a really straightforward boss. There's no reason you should ever die on this, and when you get him to the final bit of HP, he gives you the green laser, so you can pretty much just wail on him and have it like dead in a bit. There's no reason why you'd use the green laser normally. I think his health goes down a lot faster based on how often you shoot him. as you can see, that's quite quickly. And that's Slime Time dead. Really, really easy boss. I don't understand why people get so confused with this one. But there you go. I don't know, it's probably just being a kid. What was that? Oh, that was the street light. I was going to say it's a square blob. And what's the cutscene going to be? Because you always get a cutscene for defeating a boss. Oh no, not this time. It'll probably be after we save. There we go. Bonus movie awarded. Now what clip is this? Yes, so the next level is going to be... oh yeah, we're making our way to Al's Toy Barn. I always thought that bit of the cutscene was where they were going to the apartment, but no, Al's Toy Barn. Pardon me. So Al's Toy Barn is another level you don't want to get everything on. In fact, you really only want to get one thing. You want to unlock the boosters from this level, and you want to get a Pizza Planet token at the very back. However, you can get another Pizza Planet token, but you have to get you have to basically do the race twice. So I talked to Mr. Potato Head, and he's missing an arm now. Surely he'd just, I don't know, glue them on, or like, I don't know, fill himself with a bit of blue tack, and then just stick them into blue tack. I mean, I don't know. He's not doing a very good job of keeping his body. But I guess the thing he can't do is lose his head. That's freaking awful. So yeah, the main centre of this area is this kind of run, which you have to do a few times, which is where you jump on the trampoline, run across here, jump over here and slide down to that looks like the Hail of Bay thing. Hail of Bay? The Bale of Hay. It didn't even sound wrong, but to get this you just basically just jump over there, and then you can make quite a few interesting journeys. I quite like this level. The music's quite, you know, it's quite jazzy, and it kind of gets you in the mood, but again, it's one of those levels that's just... It's just one of those levels that's like basic, you know, your basic levels. And these boots are awesome. This is, if you now want to go back and do the RC race, this is another way you can do it with the speed boost, and you will have no problem beating it. And yeah, don't slip on the edge, because that happens. I don't know what happened, but apparently it was... I wasn't standing on it, but I was standing on it, and I was standing near it enough for me to get thrown up. But there we go. I do apologise for taking a drink. My throat is not what it used to be, I can tell you that much. Used to be able to go through long recording sessions. I do always like... This takes me back, because this game, I'm pretty sure was recorded either all together or recorded quite far apart, but it was during an exam period, and I just kind of did it, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't hassle. It felt like a lot of the things in Xenosaga actually during exam period I get quite into recording because it's something to distract me. But I did a lot of Xenosaga 1 episodes, the ones near the end of the game, during my A-level exam period. Or was it my GCSE exam? No, it was my A-level exam period. And I really enjoyed recording then. Really enjoyed it. I would record for as long as I can, and I just enjoy it. And I haven't had that in quite a while. This is a shame. So the reason why we're getting this chiclet is that we have to do it twice to get the question mark Pizza Planet token. Or no, it's the race one, the race Pizza Planet token, and so that's why we're doing it twice. You don't have to, and to be honest, it's probably a lot. Doing it this way it adds time on, really. But since I was going to finish after this level anyway, I was just trying to, you know, fill it out a bit, so it wasn't just a bog standard, you know, 10-minute episode. So this is the second one, and you get even less time now, but it's quite easy. You can make it in. Like, even if you mess about, like I did there, you can still, yeah. I said I've messed this out a lot. As long as you about, you know, 10 seconds when you get to here, you can make it. So it is a good amount of fun. It pushes you right against the time limit, and you're like, yes, yes. Actually no. So you've got 3 seconds to spare, and I messed out. So now the next one is in the back room, which I was talking about before, which you need the weapon you got from the construction yard. Which actually is quite funny, because you don't need that weapon up to this point. You could have easily got past it, and, you know, through the game without getting that weapon. I just think it's so natural to go for that weapon because I played this game so many times, but I forget that not everyone would. And the game it's bizarre like that. I think it's just one of the obvious things you do. Oh god, the laser. So the best thing about this game is when you die, you just come back in exactly the same place, in exactly the same sort of... Nothing changes apart from you lose a life. In fact, the game doesn't stop running, it just plays a death animation, and then you just reappear, which is cool. Again, this one, you don't have to do this. Obviously, the coins later on, you're going to be coming back in here to get the coins for Ham. But again, it's just this one's the question mark, and it's not very difficult to get to. This one is usually the easiest one to do if you're going for a speedrun and just want to get one token and leave the level. But with that, I'm afraid that's the end of this episode. We're just going to, there we go, got those two. The boss we can't get to yet, and the same for the rest of them. So we're going to have to come back pretty much in the near very end game for this level. Actually, that background reminds me of one of the CD-ROMs that you got given, either with Serial or just like the print. Remember those old print studios? There was one with Toy Story, and obviously you could design different things by using all the logos and stuff. It just reminds me of that. I spent a lot of time on that as a kid. Don't know why, they were kind of rubbish. But I'm sure a lot of you remember them for like Bugs Life. A lot of Disney games had them, especially they came with like CDs and stuff. Anyway, that's the end of this part. I'll see you guys in the next part of Toy Story 2, when we'll be heading to the next area. See you guys then.